Today's question is all about how to use foil sheets with easy papercraft projects. This is the Creative Crafters Podcast. Hi, I'm Bette from Bette's Makes, and this is your questions answered. As we know, foil crafting is not just an activity, it becomes a very much an artistic expression. It's a way to add luxury and sophistication to cards and anything else you're creating. So, foil paper really lies in the ability of the light to reflect to add depth to anything that you're working on. Initially, foil paper is just a thin layer of metal applied to a paper backing. Now, Cricut provides them. There are some other brands that have them as well. There are various types of foil sheets available, so you just have to look and see. You can even find some in the dollar store. There are some, though, called reactive foil, and they're designed to react with certain types of adhesives or materials, allowing it to bond seamlessly into particular areas that you're working on in your project. Now, the other part of getting started with foil crafting is you're going to need a handful of essential supplies. Of course, the foil paper becomes one, and you can get all kinds of colors and finishes. And then, of course, you need a reliable tool to apply that heat and pressure, or just simply drawing over top of it. Now, we have a couple of really simple techniques you can use. Number one, I have the foil nibs or foil tools for my Cricut, so I can add the foil on top of the Cricut, tape it down to where I want it, and then put in that tool and have it draw whatever design I want. Now, the other way to do it, of course, are things that is very heat activated with your foil sheets. And that heat activation is things from suppliers such as ThermoWeb definitely has one. And I use the heat in a different way. I actually print my design on my laser printer because the laser printer uses heat to lay down the ink on the paper. And from there, I can lay the foil sheet over top and then apply another heat over top of that to have the foil appear. Now, the heat source I generally use is a laminator. It's a simple laminator. I put my design down, I tape the foil on top, and then just feed it through. And that gives it enough heat to come up with a beautiful design. And of course, you can always use a heat gun, but just be very careful you don't get too close, as that will not always work the way you want it. Now, We Are Makers also has a foil quill kit that you can use. So you can use a Cricut, a foil kit, or simply your laminator. And I hope this helps you get going a little bit ahead of the curve on foil sheets and some fun ideas that you can use. This has been the Creative Crafters Podcast and your questions answered.